Check your campaign log. I guess I should say hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of the Crown of Egil. This should be a fun one. I've been enjoying this. It's been a long time since I've recorded the last one due to the tabletop simulator issues, and also just life has been crazy, but let's go. We have earned Baror's trust. We have earned Baror's trust. Okay, we read intro 1. You thank Baror for his generosity and stare into the dark tunnel past the gate. The brutal cold outside swirls with the rising heat from the volcano's core. A great evil lies at the heart of the volcano. Descend into the darkness and you will find Egil. You know how the saga must end. Whatever power lies in this crown must be destroyed, and Egil must not be brought back to the living world. Determined, you bid farewell to the mysterious half-troll and step through the grate. Chain Dreamer, how's it going? It's custom scenario day. We're going to be playing a bunch of custom scenarios. We're going to finish this one and then start a new one, depending if this one doesn't take a few hours. Each investigator must search their deck for a Sega asset and play it, paying its cost. Proceed to setup. Okay. Let's just see what we have for our... So we have... Cannot engage with you. Reduce the difficulty of skill tests you perform during parlay actions by 2. That does seem nice. And then the other one, -1 fist and +1 brain. Test brain X, where X is the fight value of a non-weakness humanoid enemy at your location. If successful, shuffle the chosen enemy into the encounter deck. Okay, we're going to grab the other one. No cruises for me. We'll have to do a Christmas river cruise. Stop into Christmas markets in Europe in the future. That does sound really sick, actually. I love the sounds of that. All right, we're going to finish our setup after this, but let's just actually do the setup. I guess I can also get rid of the deck lists here. Bye! All right, gather the cards from these encounter sets, and then check the campaign log. We must banish him. So, banish him. Banish seems like a will check. This guy gets set aside, and then that act deck. Nice. Okay. Put Boulder Choke into play. Boulder Choke into play. Each investigator begins at Boulder Choke. Alright. As an action, if you added a numerical token to or removed a 0 from the chaos bag, explore. You create a makeshift harness out of rope. Ignore any treachery cards. Okay. So we can use this. Added and removed. Okay, so we'll look at that in a second. Let's finish the setup. Create the exploration deck. This is done by taking the 7 single-sided cave locations and shuffling them together along with 1 copy of the following treachery cards. Oh no, the explore mechanic. Ooh. Alright, do not read till the end of the scenario. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Give the Mythos deck a good shuffle, and by a good shuffle I mean like jam on that R key like 10 to 20 times. Alright, Volcanic Tomb. You try to maintain your footing as you slide down through the rocky shale. You finally reach the bottom and see that you're in a smooth lava tunnel deep inside the glacier. The air is muggy, and the familiar mist, while mostly dissipated, still lingers. The runic markings along the black rock walls prove you're in the right place, but how deep does this cavern go? Forced. If you move more than once during the investigator phase, take 1 damage. 5 doom advances. Seeking Myths. You must find a way to the ritual site and end this before Egil is summoned to the mortal realm. As an action, explore. Draw cards 1 at a time from the exploration deck until you draw a connecting location and move to it. Only resolve the first treachery you draw this way, shuffling any other cards into the exploration deck after this actions. Okay, so it's like a fixed explore, already built in. So draw cards 1 at a time until you draw a connecting location and move to it. Only resolve the first treachery you draw. Incredible, I love it. Only investigators in Dark Pit may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Warning, each investigator not in Dark Pit will be defeated. We need 10 frickin' clues. This bag can get out of here. Okay, let's finish resolving our setup. So with Amanda Sharpe, we have to remove the top 5 skills, so we're just going to do that this way. That's not a skill. Oh, this is going to be non-weakness skills. We actually want to do this like over here so it doesn't put things on this. So we got a Eureka, Shortcut, Dream Enhancing, Unexpected Courage, Promise of Power, plan of action, which I'm really soft on now. And a deduction, baby! Okay. Alright, and now let's do our opening hands, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Alright, we really want to find a weapon. And we got it. Over here, Wood and Green's sick. Lab Assistant's nice. The Bracer is fine. A Eureka's good. And a Cryptic Writings is also fine. Okay. So we start here. If you added a numerical token or removed a 0. So we added a -5, so we can do this. Interesting. Okay, okay. Well, let's finish our mulligans. So we want this Holy Spear. We're going to keep the Deny Existence too, and then I think these guys can all go back for right now. Hey. Sure. Okay, and then over here, the Bracer can go. This Wood and Green is nice for the future. So this Lab Assistant might just be a better draw off the go. So I think we actually do something like this. It's a bit weird. Oh. Hey, there's a dream diary. Okay. Beauty. So, at the start of the investigation phase, draw a card, discard the card beneath, and choose a card from beneath her. Alrighty, we're ready to play. So, beginning of the investigation phase, we'll draw a card and put a card beneath her. So I suppose it's going to be this Eureka. Yeah, I think we're going to fail these first few tests, though, but that's okay. This opening hand's not great, but we'll get there in the future, especially with these bad boys. We need that boost to our book, but luckily, like, we'll get there. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, Sister Mary, you're going to just play the Holy Spear. And then we're going to explore. And honestly, you're probably fine to just explore normally, just because then we can eat some of these treacheries out of here. So we are looking for a square or a tringle. You're not a square or a tringle. You're not a square or a tringle. You're not a square or a tringle. All right. So we draw this one. And we have test Brain or Book 4. If you fail, must lose 1 action this turn or take 2 horror. Ooh, interesting. If you fail by 3 or more. Okay. Well, we're testing 4 all. So let's just not fail by 3 or more. Hey, what did I say? So we will lose an action rather than take the horror because you don't have much else to do. So then we shuffle this back in after completing the action. Okay. So this one we also are going to get shuffled in after. And that one too. Tringle. We've done it. So these get shuffled in and all these get shuffled in. Beautiful. Smooth Karst. If you added a cultist to the Chaos Bag, test book 4 to study the morphology. For each point you succeed by, discover 1 clue to a maximum of 4. Okay, so then we move there. 5 Shroud's pretty high. So we lost 1. We're going to just gain an action for our last turn with Sister Mary, I think. I think that's just the right thing to do. Okay, now Amanda, you're going to start by playing this Lab Assistant for 2, and that'll allow us to draw 2 cards. Whew, okay, this is much nicer. I think we want to get this Dream Diary out this next turn, so we're going to play this for 2, a bad emergency cash. And then we're going to drop down Dream Diary. We're going to lose this Eureka, but we have another one sitting over here waiting in the wings. I'm not too worried. Do we shortcut in? Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Upkeep phase. Another Spectral Razor is sick. Nice. These Cryptic Writings, they're hitting hard right now. And then we have a Blessing into the bag. Okay. First Doom enters here. Give this one more shuffle for good measure. Let's see what we got. Test foot 3 to detect the gas. If you fail, put Fumarole in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following actions, fight, investigate, draw this round. Take 1 damage and 1 horror. Oh, sure. All right, we're testing 3 all. Whew, this Mythos Cup so far has not been nice. Threat area. Fight, investigate, or draw. Okay, well, maybe we're just going to be exploring. And then Amanda, you got this. Put this card in play next to the agenda deck. When you initiate a non-basic investigation, your location gains +1 shroud for this investigation. Faces in the Mist. Spicy. We are just going to leave that here, though. All right, beginning of investigation phase, we're going to draw a card. Sorry, I also wanted to do this draw and attach skill. I think we're just going to grab this deduction, I think. Yeah. And then we're going to put this deduction underneath here. 6, 7, okay. Well, Sister Mary, we're going to let Amanda Sharpe go first. So Amanda, you move here for action number 1. Then we're going to do just a nice standard basic investigate. We have 4 against 5, so it's a bit high. Oh, no, you know what? We're going to actually shortcut our way in, I think. No, we'll walk. We could shortcut in. We get 3 attempts then. Let's say we shortcut in. Yeah, let's say we shortcut in. Okay. Then for action number 1, we're going to investigate, and we are going to practice makes perfect this one. So we have 2, 4. Look at the top 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You are innate. None of these are practiced, huh? Whew, that's a whiff and a half right there. All of our other practice ones are down here. That's a yuck right there. So we'll do another one then. We'll just go for 2. Why not, right? There's no way we'll miss twice. We have a plan of action. Let's go. Okay, so it's looking a little bit rough right now, I will admit. We got 2, 4, 5. 7 to 5? Yeah. Rough. Okay. You hate this. Oh, and then we go this way. So we got 2, 4, 6 to 5. 6 to 5. I hate to see it. How's our Mythos Cup? We have some Blessed tokens here we just haven't seen. It is pretty rough. I guess I should also see what this thing is. Okay. You know, it kind of hurts, but we're going to actually take a draw action before we get there. Research Librarian is cute, but not here. Okay. 2, 4, 6 to 5. We have a lot of -2s. Just see how much we go for. Oh my god, our Chaos Bag is brutal. This is probably better spent elsewhere. You know what, we're just going to do this one. We're going to go for the Bless because... Oh, no, this is our third action. Okay, so yeah, we do this. And then we go like this, because we want to at least get something out of this deduction, man. I mean, we gotta, right? So we got 4, 6, 7, 8 to 5. Hey, there's that -1. How's it going, Brown's Kettle? So we get 7. So we grab 3 clues here. You know, it wasn't all for naught. It wasn't great like that. Oh, no, you're still here. We really got to fix our hand after this. But hopefully with perception we can get there. Like we can just use that to refill things. Okay, 3 clues. Do we have any trauma? We don't. Okay. Sister Mary, you can't do much, so you're just going to explore. So we're looking for diamond or tea. The description still says it's rhyme time? I think that just might be on your side. So we're looking for diamond and tea. All right. Test foot or brain 4. If you fail, sure. So we're testing 4 all. That is 4. So this is going to get shuffled back in, and we're just going to lose an action because we don't have much else to do here. But we do get to keep exploring. We're looking for diamond and tea. Diamond. I guess Sister Mary's just going to be losing a bunch of actions, is what I'm learning today. Group those together. Okay, when you enter this location, you must either test foot 4. If you fail, must lose 1 action or take 1 damage. So we're going to test 3 to 4. Hey, all right, we're going to lose an action. So she explored and lost 2 of her actions, but we got new locations on the map, baby. Upkeep. Add a bless token. Upkeep over here. Okay. Donk. 2 of 5. These are gone. Hunter, when you fail an attack against Hand of Thorolf, place 1 hand on him. Sorry, 1 doom on him. And then over here we got... For each Berserker enemy in play, there is 1. I must either take 1 damage, 1 horror, lose 1 action, place 1 doom. Interesting. Okay, we will take a horror, and she will. Easy. Okay, beginning of investigation phase, we draw a card. Oh, sorry, we're also going to do this. I think we grab this Eureka. And now we put a card underneath, and it's going to be this Perception. Okay. I imagine we get this here. We get the clue from this location. So we should do this. That's just the right thing to do. We could do that, and then we could explore. Seems not bad. Yeah. All right, we're going to do this because we added a bunch of them. So we have to 4. We have 2, 5... 7? 7 to 4? We just got to dodge the many -4s that are in our bag. Hey. We'll put that back in because we kind of want it. So we'll pass. And we pass, we'll gain a clue here. Which we will then use this to gain 5 resources. We had 7 to 4. So we're going to draw 2 cards. Okay. We're going to explore for our last action, I think. Sorry, for our second action. We're going to explore for our second action. So we're looking just for T. Just for the T-shaped location. All right, test brain or foot 4, if you fail, discard 2 cards or lose an action. Well, let's just pass. Testing 2 to 4. We just need to go runner, runner, blessed, right? Cool. I think we'll just lose the action. We'll just see where this location brings us. We're going to lose that perception. Shroud 2 is nice. These guys are connected. You know, we're losing a bit of steam with this Amanda, but I do feel like we're going to be getting there soon. It just requires a little bit of that setup. This gets back in there. See ya! Okay. So this perception going away is a little bit yucky. And if those practice makes perfects hit one of those perceptions, we probably still would have failed, but at least we would have felt better about it. I think the phase going on there next turn, because that's going to then protect us in the Mythos phase, then also if we explore. And then we grab this. Okay, I'm feeling good. As for you, Sister Mary. So that puts us up to 5. But I think we just want to seal some blessed tokens on here. So if I do take, perfect. And we seal them on here. Let's go. All right, so now we're at 7 to 4. Yeah, and we just have to hit. All right. So sick. So sick. We could grab 2 more. And we can go 7 to 4 again. That's -4. Are you kidding me? This man's unkillable. Yeah, because that's +1. X is the number. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Brutal. Okay, well, we didn't want to have to do this, but we are going to just... Spectral Razor this man, because going 5 to 4 doesn't seem great when our Mythos bag's like just a nightmare. We're 7 to 4 again. Dude, I don't want to commit. So we just have to knock it at -4, but if we fail, we lose this. So we are going to just commit this Radiant Smite to it, because I do think it's worse than the Spectral Razor is just for what we have. So we have 8 to 4. Okay, thank God we did that. Thank God we frickin' did that, man. It's a tough Mythos bag, for sure. Anyways, upkeep phase. Promise Power is sick. Over here we got True Understanding. I like this card a lot. 3 of 5. Over here we got Test Brain 4. If you fail, place this card in your threat area with 1 resource. Blessed token, thank you so much, Chain Dreamer. Fail this, place this card in your threat area with 1 resource on it as an omen. All right, we're testing 4 all. Okay, 4 resources, you say. But we have +1 brain. We just can't play events. We are going to want to get rid of that ASAP. Non-elite Berserker and Cultist. When you reveal one of those... Ooh, he's a big boy. He cannot engage me, though. Okay, beginning of the investigation. Oh, sorry, we want to grab one of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I think we do want to grab one of those. We'll grab a Plan of Action, I think. And we draw a card. Oh, hello. I think we actually probably realistically the Eureka would be nice here. How likely are we going to pass this? We're going to be at 3 to 2, which isn't great considering. But we can also play this Solano Fragments to start getting that. Go 4 to 2, be up 2. But like as you can see, our Mythos bag is It's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. I do think it is just going to be the Eureka, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Sister Maria, how are you going to defeat this man? With this? Go 5 to 4? Are you kidding me? This dude has retaliate. Sister Mary, what's your plan? Is your plan to go further in? Is your plan just to go further in? I think we're also going to obscure studies that away. If I have to wager. What is our other dream diary? They're both the 8 hands. Huh? Okay. Okay, well, this guy can't engage me. He's just here. Dude, this guy's a tank. He's an absolute freaking... Like, if you fail a test against him, he just absolutely butchers you. So you kind of hate to see it. We might... I think we're in a lot of danger, TBH. I think we are in a lot of danger. Okay. I do think we're going to start by playing these Solano fragments. So we have 3 4 to 2 for this investigate. I'll put this in. We'll do 5. Sorry, 6 to 2. Oh my god, this Mythos Cup, man. 4 to 2 again. That's what we're doing here. Hey. All right, we'll put that back. So we grab a clue and we gotta look at the top 3 cards of our deck and draw one. Deduction is probably what we want here. Okay. But we do have 5 clues. Sorry, not 6, we have 5. Because there's 4 here and we took one of those away. Okay, Sister Mary. What's your plan here? Is it request help from Amanda Sharpe? We still only have 5. We need a beat cop. So Sister Mary could just, like, gain some resources. Gain a resource. We could draw a card, because this guy's going to just stay here. So we're going to draw a card. That's a good draw. So then we're going to play him. This is can't play events, right? Yeah. Because that's going to help us huge against this big guy up here, which we want to deal with next turn. Okay. This guy, he's at a location with a guy. He just doesn't do anything, so I think he just stays here, right? Hunter is just moved to a location with an enemy, right? Hunter. Yeah, enemies at a location with 1 or more investigators do not move. So Amanda Sharpe's just using the Rune's Protection to hold this guy down, which is kind of flavorful. We do like that. This guy not being elite scares the absolute crap out of me, though. Okay, upkeep phase. Ward of Protection is strong. Crack the Case is fine. We are at 4 of 5. Evil card here. Test Brain 3. If you fail, must either add 1 Doom or take 2. So it's brain 4. We're at 4 all. All right, well, we fail. We have failed so many of our tests. It doesn't cause the agenda to advance, though, which is nice. It might have in their design they wanted that to happen, but it's not on that card. Test foot 3 if you fail. Sure. We're testing... Do we want this Eureka? Do we want to save this Obscure Studies? Testing 3 all. Maybe we'll pass. Maybe we'll pass. We don't. Okay, we're going to just take a damage and get rid of that. We don't want that card. We don't want it. No. Okay. Beginning of investigation phase, we're going to draw a card and then put a card beneath Amanda Sharpe. And I think we wanted it to be Fae, right? Yes. 6, 7, 8, 9. Beauty. Okay. I think now at this point Amanda's going to start getting good, so to speak. Okay. Sister Mary, are you ready to fight this man? You have 4 to 4. We're going to seal 2. Gonna need to start releasing those sometime soon. I guess I could, like, group them. Watch this. They don't group. All right, so now we have 8 to 4, which is pretty comfortable. Nice. He'll take 3 damage, and then I think Beat Cop's just gonna finish him off. For the last action, Sister Mary, you can do the, I mean, I suppose our, our weakness isn't that bad when all of our things are just on the Holy Spear, right? You're going to explore for your last action, Sister Mary. You have to connect to Swiggle and Hourglass. Hey, Dark Pit. Do we have enough here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so this won't deal damage. Beautiful. Shroud of 6, though, is not. You can drop the lessons 1 by 1 on the sphere because they have snap enabled and they'll stack. Let's go. Watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Bless. Okay. The Dark Pit. At the end of the round, each investigator takes 1 damage and 1 horror unless you added a removal of 6. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We were added 8. That's spicy. All right, so Sister Mary moved, she attacked, and then she did this. Amanda, you have a bunch of clues to get, and we're not going to go too crazy until we get to the Dark Pit, because the Shroud of 6 is pretty spicy. Get Lab Assistant out of here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Really should put the deduction on it, but I guess we could just try for the deduction next turn and then use the obscure studies to save it. So we're going to investigate at 2, 4, 6 to 2. Seems good. Nice. We will grab a clue. These are the clues we need, so we're just going to like be doing this. Let's go again. 6 to 2. That's -4. That'll grab us a clue. And then let's go one more time. 6 to 2. Sorry. 2, so that's 6. Oh no, we'll have enough without that, right? Because that is 2 times 2, no, that's 4. And then that's 4. No, we'll have 8. We should have 7 here. Math is hard, everybody. Yeah. Okay, then we have 6 to 2. Sweet. I think for our last trick, we are going to shortcut ourselves into here. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, putting the essence on the dream always feels a little bit spicy. Upkeep, add a bless. And then draw this. We have to discard a card. Honestly, the essence of the dream can just go... Actually, probably just the research librarian. The foot's a less relevant skill type. This advances. You suddenly realize you are coated in sweat and have difficulty breathing the thicker air. The temperature has been slowly, almost imperceptibly rising in the dark tunnel. Yet no matter how hot you get, the mist you breathe still feels cool in your lungs. Your trajectory bends downward, deep into the earth. The warmth of the volcano and the darkness of the caverns entice you with the illusion of comfort, sapping your energy. If you added or removed a total of 2 player tokens, so we have 8, hold your breath, you suffer no ill effects. All right, so I like the balance that the designer has here, where the cards, the Mythos Cup is really bad, but we're suffering no ill effects from the other cards. Is kind of sweet. You recognize your companions. Ooh, did I miss any forced on this? No. If you move more than once, we never did that. You recognize your companions only by their shapes, their features shifting and dancing with the flickering torchlight. A face becomes a shadow, becomes a flame, becomes a skull. Your silhouettes play against the wall as you limp through the tunnels, creating a hideous puppet show of spindly, twisted figures leading their own funeral march. Force, the first time you draw a card during the investigator phase, draw 3 more cards and put any non-weakness cards at the bottom of your deck. Weird. Okay. So don't draw cards, is what I'm hearing. Evil card. Okay. Oh, that's fine. We're just going to test 2 to 4. Keep it going. Let's put that back. We'll just take the direct horror. Let's just take 1. I love the design on those cards. Oh, okay. This is a slight problem. We're testing 4-4. We just gotta hope we don't fail. We can also make it so... No, we have 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, when you fight or evade, take 2 damage. Oh, so this is fine. We don't worry about this. Oh, we'll just test 4 all. Boom! We fail. So if we fight or evade, bad things happen. We take 2 damage. But now it's the beginning of the investigator phase. We don't need one of these cards yet. So we're going to put Essence of the Dream on here. So now that gives us +4. Which is a pretty good number. Which is a pretty good number. Sorry, at the start. During. So the start of is during, right? Let's see if there's something for start. Start seems to be during for me. No start, huh? Maybe there's something under phase. Okay. So I draw 3. My brain's just trying to wrap itself around this. So I draw 4. Yeah, so it begins there. So I draw 4 cards. And then these ones go in my hand and play area. And then those go on the bottom. So that's just like a forced loss for each of those. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can put this on here, which is like fine. Hypernova 30, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you. All right, well, we're just gonna play this Dream Enhancing Serum and then get rid of this. We'll just take a turn off. 5, 6, 7. So we are gonna slowly start running out, but I mean, like, that's fine. That's for you, Sister Mary. You're gonna gain 2 resources and then get rid of this. And then we're gonna gain 1 more resource. And it's like, I mean, we like didn't really have a turn for either of our investigators, but that's a-okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add. All right, 1 of 5. That can be nasty depending on the investigator you're playing. Yeah, no, it's a little bit spicy. All right, we're testing 3 all. We fail. At least none of them have bad effects. Over here, what do we got? He'll engage you. Oh, sure. Okay. Begin the investigation phase. Let's look at the top 4 cards of our deck and then put them all on the bottom. Wow, look at all these cool cards I don't get to play. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going to put deduction here. And then action number 1, we're actually just going to draw a card, which seems weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Because we're actually just trying to go for like a super, so we're going to actually draw another card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. All right, then we're going to investigate at this location. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 11 to 6. Minus 4 is 7. We only needed to discover an additional clue. We didn't need to do the super, so that's totally a-okay. Why did I commit this when I meant to commit that? These are the questions of the day. But we can advance. So why don't we advance? We have the clues. Maybe a new enemy will show up. Doot! So it's 10 clues, only in the dark pit. The sheer rock face of the abyss could be in your mind for all you know. Sight is useless here. You imagine the curvature of the tunnel thus far and reconstruct the flow of lava that burrowed it thousands of years ago. Your hands trace the history of the cavern as you climb upward into the darkness. Without any reference point, you don't know how far you've climbed, yet your hands continue to find purchase on the smooth stone. And your limbs carry you through the mist, which you still feel coursing through the air even thicker now, until you emerge upon a lighted cliff. Remove each location from the game. Bye. And then Put into play the set aside Iridescent Cupola, Lake of Fire, and Jagged Ante-Chamber. Oh, I guess this one's also gone. Victory 1, baby! Interesting. Alright, so we start in the Iridescent Cupola. Thorolf cannot be damaged or defeated at this location. You cannot discover clues at this location by encounter card effects. Forced. When you fail an investigation at Iridescent Cupola, you must take 1 horror or lose 1 action. Interesting, he said. Very interested. This connects to this one. Alright, so we got a little line of 3. Oh, we just have to get the clues, you say. Spawn the set-aside Thorolf, Wise Brother, at Iridescent Cupola. A vision of a svelte warrior with golden hair appears before you. It is the specter of Egil's brother, Thorolf, the light to his dark, staring at you with calm eyes. You seek Egil's power. I cannot vouch for those who wish to bring him back, but I know I must protect him, even from himself. Thorolf is not your enemy, but he does not stand in the way between you and Egil's tomb. The brothers' bond is strong, and Thorolf will protect Egil at all costs. When we enter Egil's tomb, we advance. When you discover 1 or more clues at Thorolf's location, choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. Oh, when you discover more than 1 clue. Okay. Oh my god. When we enter Egil's tomb, we advance. It's a bit tricky, huh? Do we just kill this guy? I'm a bit intimidated. Because we could just investigate the old-fashioned way. We could just investigate the old-fashioned way. Anyway, it's Sister Mary's turn. We're going to release one of these. No, oh. Alright, so it just takes it. So we should just leave them out like this, is what I'm learning. Okay. We have 4, 6 to 2. Get this dude out of here. Okay. What happens if we kill him? What happens if... Yeah, Rex Murphy hates this man. It's true. What happens if we just kill this guy, chat? Like, is it gonna be a problem? Is, like, Egil going to be a bit more pissed? Or do you think if we enter Egil's tomb, he's gonna lose aloof and then chase us? Oh my god, I just hate this guy. And how much do we want this test 7? We probably want to get this test 7, right? We probably want to know the exit. We probably need to know how to get out of this place. Alright, Sister Mary, you can play this safeguard and then just gain a resource. Oh, I guess we take a damage and a horror. I think I am more important than this beat cop, because there's another one in our deck somewhere. Alright, upkeep phase. We have spells in our deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have no doubles, so the Stream Enhancing Serum isn't actually doing anything right now, which is kind of funny. A research assistant. You can just get out of here. I added a curse token, a blessed token, right? Yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Boop. Let's go. Hey, it's this thing. 3-all. Yeah. Oh, we can pass tests against this Mythos Cup? Secretly out of this card, you cannot spend resources. When your turn ends, if you do not perform at least one draw action during your turn, take 1 damage and 1 horror. Discard this card. I want to impress. It's inside me. I love the mist, baby. All right. This deduction can go because right now it's terrible. All right, we look at the top 4 and we say, wow, aren't those incredible? And then we put them on the bottom. So cool. I love them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, his parlay is reduced by 2, right. No, Saga is not a parlay action. Is Saga a parlay action game? No, it's not. I mean, it's an investigate action. I should have just, you know, used my brain. Should have just been smart. 7 is so much. Hello, I would like to put this there. We could do Promise of Power. Like, that'll help us get through the 7 pretty well. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's grab this Essence of the Dream. What are you gonna do, Sister Mary? Oh, so we can't find the exit yet. Okay, so then we're not gonna put this one there, I think. Because we just need to grab clues. We can grab this plan of action, probably. I think that's probably the best one here. What happens if we fail at this location? Take 1 horror or lose 1 action. Okay. We're probably gonna get this mist out of our hands here. Okay. So, we're gonna investigate. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 to 4. That's not great. Put us to 6. We can't kill him here, so good thing. So we don't know the exit until the end. Oh my god, this is kind of slow, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5. This will put us up to 9 to 4. Yep. We've done it. We got a clue. We go again. This time it's only 5 to 4. How many are in there? 1, 2, so that's 3. So we'll fail. And I suppose we're going to take a horror because we kind of want... Sorry, you'll take the horror because we kind of want this. So then we have 4, 6 to 4, minus 2. It's not the best. It's not the best at all. Okay, but it works. Okay, so we're paced okay. That was a fine turn. That was fine. Now, Sister Mary, what do you do with your time? You could try to get a clue here. We could use this to go 6 to 4. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's bad. Oh, sure, it was a bad idea. Dab alert. Let's just grab a resource. Let's just grab resources. Okay, upkeep. We'll just use this deny existence on that. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this should be gone. You take a damage and a horror. And that can be on you, Wooden, because we have another one waiting for us when we can actually draw cards again. And this is gone. Okay. 3 of 5. I just want to get through this one, to be honest. Oh. Testing 4 all. 3. Discard 3 cards, huh? I mean, what else are we doing? We might just draw some cards and then burn them. TBH. What's the weakness in the Sister Mary deck? Chronophobia. Okay. Okay. Turn begins. We look at the top 4 cards of our deck. Whoa! Oh my god, they're so cool. Anyways, let's put them on the bottom of our deck. We get one of these. I think we want the Promise of Power this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's grab an Unexpected Courage, and then this comes into our hand as well. Okay. We're going to play this Death 13. So now we have 4. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9 to 4. Add a curse token. Oh my god. Let's go again. 9 to 4. Add a curse token. Sweet. It's ours. 4. 4 there. All right. Next step, we're going to come in here and hope that this isn't 5. You cannot discover clues here except by encounter card effects. When you fail a Saga test while at this location, you must take 1 damage or lose 1 action. I don't know what to say about this, man. This has been a really tough scenario. These shroud values are insane. Anyways, those are our actions. We are going to safeguard into this. So we need to pass 2 7s. We could, oh, easier said than done, right? This entire campaign has looked pretty tough. You know, I don't think that was it. The shroud values are pretty high. But I think the enemies are not as tough. He says about to draw a 4 attack enemy this next turn. All right, well, that's Amanda. Okay. Okay. Sister Mary, you're going to draw a card? Okay, you're going to draw a card? Okay. 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 We're going to play Nethys, for sure. We're probably going to Lightning Bolt this soon. Yeah, we're probably going to Lightning Bolt this when I have a window in the upkeep phase. Upkeep phase begins. All right, well, might as well just do it now. Who cares? Who cares between one step and another? All right, so we have to discard 3 cards from our hand. It's going to be this Blessed Blade, this Shriveling, and dude, call me crazy, but it's going to be one of these Ward of Protections. Ah, that's crazy, but I think it is the right choice. Upkeep. That's a nice draw. I don't think I can add any more Blessed tokens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna burn probably Lab Assistant. And they're at 4. Only one more turn in this hellscape we live in that's called Don't Draw a Card with Amanda Sharpe. Here we go! Secretly add, We Worship the Mist. When your turn ends, if you do not investigate your turn, choose and discard all but 1 card in your hand and discard this card. Well, Sister Mary, I guess you're going to be face-checking and investigate action here. Ah, yes, this one. Cough. Cough. All right, so we're going to look at the top 4 cards of our deck and then put them on the bottom. I assume I'm going to shuffle them. 1, 2. This goes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can prop this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go like this. All right, question. I want to know everyone's opinion who's watching for this rules thing. So, when you discover more than 1 clue at his location, choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. If I use this true understanding on this saga test, does it count as me discovering 2, or is it 2 instances of 1? Because to me, it's 2 instances of 1. It's different than something like deduction, right? You discover 1 additional clues. That's discovering more than 1 clue at the location, right? But I think I can only actually get clues from... Yeah, I can only discover clue by encounter card effect, so it won't even work here. But that is fair to know. Okay, anyways. We're going to do this saga thing, because it's huge. It's literally ginormous. We have 7, so we have 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're up 3. We can commit 1 card to this. So we're going to commit this Crack the Case to be up 4. So we have, sorry. We have 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That only puts us up 3. 3 is better than 2, though. My God, this is insane. Anyway, let's go. That's 3. So that is enough. Okay, so I think we're going to be using this Promise of Power again. So we're going to add a curse. Oh my God, there's 4 of them? Just don't draw them, right? So now this guy's only 2. So then they're at 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to 7. I believe that's -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. All right. And then we're going to cough and take some damage. Sister Mary, why don't you start by investigating your location, shall you? We got 2 to 5. Ah, shucks. I would love to have seen a curse there. Then we're going to move into this location, I think. The jagged antechamber. After this location, flip Thorolf and move him to this location. Oh, hey, brother. Uh-oh. When you fail a Sega test while at this location, you must take 1 damage and 1 horror or lose 1 action. If he's added to the victory display, we put it into the tomb unrevealed. Did I have the right card? Wise brother. Okay. We had wise brother? We did. Okay. So we had the right one. So then we flip him. Mad Thingman. I'm just confused by this. What are the other Thorolfs like? Relentless Relento, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. Okay. Test 5 to identify the weakest crystal stalactite. Saga Evade. Test 2 to position... Oh, I see. We can kill him through other means. If each other Sega action on this card has been completed successfully, we fight. He is defeated. So we also could just, like, fight the dude, right? We have 4. 6 to 5 is not great. We could also... Oh, no, we also have a Vicious Blow. Okay. We also could, like, remove 2 of these, right? Wait. Oh, no, sorry, we have to add them. We can take 2. The holiest of blessed spears. So we're at 3, 4, so we're at 4 plus 4 is 8 to 5. We can go 9 to 5. Cool. He'll take 4 damage. That's pretty cool. Enemy phase. Thorolf, you should not be fighting the Spear of Jesus, you fool. We're going to take 1 meat, 1 brain, and 1 brain. Then we go upkeep. Tick tock, it's kill a clock. 6, 7. Okay, this advances. You feel the urge to succumb to the fatigue and let the darkness envelop you. You see yourself curling up, returning to the womb, your body being unborn into the darkness of the volcano where Egil will be born again. You feel your warm blood infusing his bones with a sick mimicry of life, painting a latticework of muscle and sinew across his grotesque form. The skull alight with flame. If you added or removed a total of 6 tokens to the Chaos Bag, a vision of Egil's rotting skull jars you awake as you realize the mist is trying to warp your mind. You suffered no ill effects. We added 8, baby! Alright. Interesting. The walls of the cave no longer appear to be stone, but undulating flame. You know this can't be true, but the oppressive heat prevents you from testing your hypothesis. As your grasp of reality loosens, you realize your only hope is to snuff out the evil that lurks at the heart of the cavern. At the end of your turn, if you did not take a test during the investigator phase, test your lowest skill 1. If you fail, take 1 damage. Okay. Evil card. Sure, we're going to test 2 to 4. We fail. We'll just take a horror. Take a direct horror. at the next window we get. Ooh, that's going to be a problem for the future. That right there is what we'd like to call a future problem. Right now, it's okay, but in the future, that's right there is what we call a future problem. But right now in the present, who cares? All right, we're going to actually draw a card now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think we put Unexpected Courage here. Okay. 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 Sister Mary, you're starting us off. Can I still take 2 of these? Let's go. Let's go, baby. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's incredible. Okay. I don't think I added one during the thing either, because I didn't add one. Yeah, we are at 10 in play already, so it doesn't matter. All right, we got 3, 4, 8 to 5. I think we want to pass this, so we're going to use... We want to pass it. So we're going to commit this Spectral Razor. We have the Sword of God. The Spear of God, sorry. So we have 10, so we have 9 to 5. Cool, he's dead. We are going to get rid of this Chronophobia as well. And then when our turn ends, we're going to discard cards, but we're just going to say deny existence, and we never had that card in the first place. Okay, so after he's defeated, we put into play Unrevealed. There it is. Egil's Tomb. All right, we're going to move here, then we're going to move in there, and we're going to join her on Safeguard. So, sorry, after we advance. Okay. Oh, God. It's him. Oh, crap. Oh, my God. Okay, if we do... No, we... Okay. All right, so we're just going to zoom in on him to read him. Egil the Wicked. Egil the Wicked cannot be damaged or defeated. As a reaction, when Egil the Wicked would attack and investigate and controlling the runes of protection, cancel that attack. So he is engaged with Amanda Sharpe, who luckily has the runes of protection. As an action, Saga investigate, test Book or Brain 5 to rewrite the runes on the ritual site. If you succeed, place 1 clue from Egil's Tomb on Egil the Wicked. If you fail, take 1 horror and 1 damage. Objective. If he is 2 players' clues plus 1, so 5. We add him to the victory display. Should be 6 clues there. 4, 5, 6, 7. We've done it, folks. I guess I also got to look at the top cards for a tome or a relic. Time Roller, 29 months at the Golden Table. Thank you for your continued support. It really is awesome. Thanks for helping the channel out. Okay. If Egil is exhausted at the beginning of the enemy phase, each investigator at Egil's Tomb must take 1 direct horror or 1 direct damage. So that was 1, 2. We have 1 action left. We could try the basic book test. Oh my god. Okay. So we'll test 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 5. Yeah, that's what we got to do. Oh, this should be in our hand, right? Because we get it at the start of our turn. No, this goes away at the start of the turn. Yeah. 7 to 5. Uh-oh. -4. So we take a damage and a horror. Take 1 horror and 1 damage. Okay. Okay. This guy's going to move here. And then we go into upkeep. Okay. Bong. We cancel the attack because we have the Runes of Protection. When you enter or leave this location. Well, we don't plan on it. This guy's going to be an issue. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're going to take the horror as our first action. I guess we also draw a card. We probably want the perception here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We can get this down with Sister Mary. And maybe just start like releasing some of these. He cannot be damaged or defeated, but we can still attack him. But if we miss, we hit Amanda. Soul, maybe we don't. All right, we have 2 actions left. We're going to do this book test. We have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 5. Nice. So, we're going to take a horror and draw 2 cards. Gamer God, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Golden Table. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for supporting the stream. So place a clue on him. We can play this to gain 2 resources. Okay. I guess we just do that again, right? And I think we're going to Obscure Studies this. No, we want to keep the Obscure Studies just in case we draw the bad card next turn, especially from this perception. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 to 6. Sorry. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 6. So if we use this, we have 12 to 6. Nice. We'll draw 2 cards. Okay, we have no doubles in this hand? That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. All right, we're going to discard some cards. Sister Mary, can you help? It's it's 5, not 6. That's why. Okay. So you have 5. We do want to play this Guardian Angel first, though. So you could help with this. We have 5. 3, 5. Puts us up to 7. We want to be up 4. Take these. Oh no, you can only commit 1 card. What am I doing? I don't know how to play this game. 7 to 5. Let's just hope for the best, TBH. Oh. That does take a lot of pressure off of Amanda. I don't think we want to do one more, so we'll just draw a card because we only have good cards left. Oh, that's perfect at this time of the game. Hello! You're big! The joke's on you. Because you could probably kill me, TBH, man. TBH, man. Alright, can we add a blessed token? No. Upkeep. Okay, we have to discard some cards here. Well, we have no doubles in this giant hand of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have to discard 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Easy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Bonk. First card. Oh, this guy's not a problem. Test foot or brain 4. All right, we're going to test brain. We have 2. Actually, what we could do is we could use this obscure studies here. So then we have 5 to 4. Uh-oh. So we fail. I think we just lose an action, and then this gets shuffled into the exploration deck. But I mean, like in a perfect world, we just solve this here, right? Like we put, sorry, you're gone. This guy here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first action. So 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So we're going to do this one. We have 5 here. Oh my god. So we have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 to 5. That's a go. I put 1 too many out. Should be 2 left. All right, so then we draw 2 cards. So then we just commit a bunch for this last action. And we save this Promise of Power for Mrs. Sister Mary if needed. We have 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to 5. Very fitting. We draw 2. We put the last clue on him, and then we get resolution 3. Boom, boom, boom. What a last token to draw for the game, huh? Egil's uncanny skill with runes provided a supernatural advantage over his enemies, but the power of words is a double-edged sword. Tapping an unknown reservoir of knowledge from your obsession with runic carvings, you see the opportunity for magical wordplay. The words for health and flame, king and rune, and time and banishment are all separated from each other by a few simple strokes. Using your pocket knife, you're able to rewrite the twisted missive and change the fate of the world. Sorry for that pause. I was just seeing if there was 5 words because we needed 5 clues. But I guess it changes from player to player. When he realizes what you've done, Egil snaps his head back unnaturally against the nape of his neck, peering at you upside down with his eyes on fire. You think you even read sadness in the flames. The mist in the room rushes into Egil's body, bloating and distorting it until all at once it explodes with light. Unsupported by the foul mist, Egil's skeleton collapses to the ground. His large deformed skull, the Crown of Egil, has split in 2. Egil's spirit has been severed from his mortal remains, never to return. Each investigator suffers 1 mental trauma and earns 5 experience points from their harrowing ordeal. The investigators win the campaign. So that gives us a total of 6 experience. Well, let's go. So I could definitely continue both these characters. I've never done it before. but like I could easily just bring these guys into the next epilogue. Oh, baby, let's go. All right, read the following. Only if the investigators won the campaign. Check the chaos bag. If between, so 6 or more tokens, we have enlightenment. After celebrating your victory in the tomb, you emerge from the volcano with Egil's skull fragments. You ascertain from your studies that this is the seat of the eldritch power that drew the spirits of Egil's victims near and crystallized them in wicked mist. It is clear that while the skull's power is abated, it must be destroyed. Despite the frigid cold of the cliffside, you remove your jacket and begin to carve a series of runes into your arms. The snow catches the drops of blood in silence, creating a constellation of red. Professor Day Morris looks at you in abject terror, but before she can turn away, the surrounding mist swirls into a maelstrom, tossing up a blinding sheet of snow. When the storm settles, the mist is entirely dissipated. The skull is nowhere to be seen. The souls of the fallen can finally rest. One physical trauma? No! I mean, I was going to continue them anyway. Seems like they got out of that pretty okay. So we bear the burden of avenging Egil's countless victims. Nice. Honestly, great. I like that campaign a lot. I really liked it. Sure. I enjoyed that one. It was a good time. I think it was well designed. It did a lot of clever things. It was also, the numbers were just so high in this last scenario. Like, holy heck, were those numbers just big. We got there, though. Amanda Sharpe's fun. I'm excited to do a better build because I do think that, well, obviously, this one, only the lead investigator? Oh, frick, that's Sister Mary. Well, I definitely see that, like, if you look at this, the hand size thing actually did work out. If we had the 4 shroud of this one in this scenario, in this campaign, chef's kiss, that would have been incredible. I am excited to play more with Amanda Sharpe. I think that she's going to be really fun. And I think there's a lot that's going to be able to do with her, especially as more skills get released. It's my kind of play style. I love skills. I love skill-based investigators. Her, Silas Marsh, and Amanda, Silas Marsh, and Min are some of my favorites. They're just a great time. Sister Mary, while this was fun, I think Sister Mary is kind of boring for me. She's kind of just like, she does her one thing, and like, that's it. And she's like maybe I'll enjoy her when I play her in what Travis is doing right now, which is kind of like the support Sister Mary. For Bryn and Travis as the clue getter and the fighter. And I can just be support Sister Mary. But I think even that, there's more fun supports that are kind of be able to play. I hope there's more Blessed in the future and Cursed in the future. Maybe now that they're releasing big boxes, it's going to be more likely than having to use a whole cycle on it, right? I want there to be more Blessed tokens and Cursed token effects that matter. Because otherwise right now it kind of just, the archetype kind of just builds itself, which isn't too exciting. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you guys have a good one on YouTube. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.